This is part 2 to Who Stunts the Growth of Teens and Children by Sacrificing Them. Now, this is already a controversial topic because nobody really wants to talk about voodoo, spell work. What are some of the other names? Hoodoo, black magic. Nobody wants to talk about this. It's been happening, I believe, since the dawn of time, because when we speak words, many people refer to that as witchcraft, right? So I am saying that somebody somewhere is systematically putting together spells, curses, events to keep their children from prospering. And this is just a select group of people, but I'm noticing when they get around 17 or 18, they try to devastate their life so that they don't grow. They try to make it so they cannot be advanced. We live in a caste system. It's an invisible caste, I guess you can call it, because unlike India, there is no pyramid that gives a label to each of the areas of the caste. But we definitely, if you're paying attention, we live in a caste system. We have a caste system here. Now, what I am trying to say to you, when I got ready to turn 18, I was doing really well in track and field. I had a couple of scholarships. They wanted me to stay here. So they sent somebody to come and befriend me and get me pregnant so that I would be forced to stay at the house. Maybe it was because of the trust fund. Maybe it was because they were already energetically siphoning off of my energy. When I was about 12 or 13, I remember every year I got sick for like 10 days. And I am suggesting that that 10-day cycle that I was laying down, those people were using my energy for something. It was a sacrificial offering for something. And so as I just continue to review life and go over life, I've seen patterns in other people's lives, but I want to talk a little less about other people's personal experiences because, especially children, I want to be sensitive to what they're already up against. And I want to make sure to help them to glow and grow. So I won't be really speaking on their stuff. Now, if you old and rusty and you should know better, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about 25 and under. Maybe 25 and under is a comfortable area. So what I'm saying to you children, you have got to learn to think. You've got to learn to think critically. You've got to learn to pray and ask God on every move. Should I do this? Should I do that? Because it only takes a couple of bad moves to mess up your whole life. I was working on my master's degree, and all of a sudden, my neighbor, should I say his name? Okay, I'll say Pig. Only a few people know Pig. You got to be in the neighborhood to know Pig, and it's a lot of people with nicknames. All of a sudden showed interest in me and calling me and talking to me on the phone, and I'll be like, okay, well, I need to get off the phone and do my homework. And he'd keep talking. Okay, I need to get off the phone and do my homework. He'd keep talking. Now, I didn't know it then, but I was like, Lord, why I can't get off the phone? This is what I'm saying back then. So there might have been spell work that went along with it for me to not be able to, take control of myself and hang up the phone if I have to. Why do you feel obligated to stay on the phone to him? And you're in this master's program. You shouldn't even be talking on the phone. And as a result, I missed deadlines and assignments, and that broke my morale. And so I didn't finish my master's degree. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go ahead and allege that my brother arranged that. I didn't know I was in competition with my brothers and my sisters and brother, but it turns out that we have been competing with one another. Now, I have been helping them, but when it comes to me, they have been behind the scenes hurting me so that I won't shine brighter than them, so that I won't win the pageant, so that I won't get the advanced degree before, Ava. She's in on the other side, the messy side, which the other three siblings are in together. And then I am by myself in the physical world, but I have angels. I have archangels. I have ascended masters. I even have demigods that love me and respect me and protect me. And then, of course, the Creator that gave me my assignment and my ancestors. They do not play. They are not playing. And thank you for this awesome energy of the age of Aquarian that is coming in to wash things white as snow. So you children, when you feel like, nah, don't do that. Go on to the library. Go with it. And you don't owe nobody nothing. And I'm saying this. Your mother and father brought you into the world. They raised you. You don't owe them. You owe God. And when God is speaking to you, that's who you need to be listening to. You came through your parents, but you came to do the will of the Father that sent you. Okay? So when you get that little feeling, that unction in your gut that tells you to do a thing, you need to go with it. Stop trying to be politically correct. When you hesitate, sometimes hesitation will kill a vision, will kill a future. And it only takes one bad decision. Okay? So I won't say the name, but I'll tell this story again. I was in 11th grade, and a person said to me, "Hey, we finna go smoke. You want to come with us?" I was like, "No, I'm going to go to the park and play basketball." It wasn't a temptation for me because I saw my parents drink and act crazy, so I didn't want anything to do with drugs, nothing to do with nothing, none of that. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs. So I bounced my ball onto the basketball court, but then they sent a guy with, nice muscles to lure me off my path. And then when I got pregnant, I did not know I could go to college, have my baby, and still put my baby in daycare over there in Wyoming. I got like a full scholarship somewhere in like Wyoming or Wisconsin. And then I think the other one they offered me was Utah. But you can always Google Coach Atkins. She had the same last name as me, Atkins. She was a Caucasian lady. I'm an African American male. Why did I say male? African American male. So somebody is using my name. There is a man using my name. Is it Anthony? Who is using my name? Do I know the person? Yes. Alex. Alex is pretending to be me. Okay. So to steal my money, I guess they have my nephew pretending to be me so that they can continue to get the goods. See, I put a YouTube video out saying, "Get me my mail," because now my judgment is in and I need to get my money. So I don't want it going to somebody else. It's like, how are they going to get me my mail when Anthony, Alva, Ava, Thomas Stewart, Lawrence, Alexander Cambridge, Johnny Will Lofton, who else? Who else? I said Leaks, Michael Leaks, and I don't know Tia's stepmom or godmother's first name. Leaks. There's somebody else. James Johnson. There's somebody else. Help me calm down and remember, Lord. I'm going to say Juliet, Anthony's assistant with Milestone Construction. I'm going to might as well toss in Paul Hanner Jr. because ain't no telling how far back this theft goes. James McCaskill Jr., Abraham Vada Jones, and Martha O'Donnell. See, most of these people consider themselves Christians. And what I'm saying is if you're Christian and you claim I'm supposed to be so mentally out of balance and I'm the crazy one here, but I am working really hard to do what the Bible says do. And me speaking out about what has happened to me helps to heal my soul. Now, I know y'all don't really care about healing my soul. Some of y'all was trying to kill my soul. But it's incumbent upon me to heal so that I can do the assignment that the Creator gave me. Now, I saw the tri-generational center that y'all put together, which is basically my vision, but that's been my whole life. People take my vision and then they go behind my back and do it. And so I don't know that that will ever change. So I can't really get my panties in a bunch about that. I still have to help the children. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Children, when something speaks to your soul, and you might have a parent that's trying to get you to do something that's fraud or wrong. If God speaks to your soul, you don't do that thing. You know, I know my children have had to do things against me because my brother is a bully. He slammed my son down on the ground on the little porch at 610 North 32nd Street and put his knee on his neck in front of me. And I said, wow, my Lord, is he trying to get me to physically fight him? Because they know I don't do no physical fighting. I mean, every now and then I'll talk a little trash, but I am not with the physical fighting. But I am one heck of a prayer warrior. And so that day, I began to pray against him profusely because there was no real need for that, you know. My son is tall, lanky, and skinny, and he's a big old, you know, kind of like chubby man. And for him to be an uncle, and that's the way you handle your nephew, your adopted son, nephew. So that put a great ought in my heart, and I still pray that my son will forgive me for not, what should I have done? Call the police. Yeah, I should have called the police and reported it. Now, my brother, he knows officers and, you know, many of these people that are working together behind the scenes. Thomas said you got to have a strong team. John Waldron told me he had, you know, people that he knew. And I'm sure that the things I'm saying are frustrating them. When I'm talking, sometimes words just come to my tongue and it rolls off. And I say it to get it out of me. But if y'all already calling me crazy, what really is the problem? If it's a crazy person talking, why does it upset you so that you all want to further criminalize and try to traumatize me and my children? So now you really want to make it true. Because somebody probably getting checks for Angola and Abby. And they've pretty much been with me since I pushed them out in the bathroom. Abby was born at 2212 East Mallory Avenue, Tampa, Florida, 33605. Angola was born in the bathroom at 6010 North 32nd Street, Tampa, Florida, 33610. So I'm going to have to send packets to places because I know the games that they play when they try to incarcerate you, what that whole thing is supposed to be about. So we will see how the Creator God deals with this scenario. Is there anything else I need to say, Creator? Okay, so that's part 2. And the same tragedy that you all wish to bring to me, may it come to your household at least 100-fold. Stat. Come on up, mama.